talked about sunny voices. He knew that politics can be a positive force. And that is the message that Canadians sent today. Canadians chose change, real change.
Sunny ways, my friends, sunny ways. This is what positive politics can do. This is what a positive, hopeful vision and a Platform and a team together can make happen. Canadians from all across this great country sent a clear message tonight. It's time for a change in this country, my friends, a real change.
There are so many people to be thanked tonight. I will be spending lots of time in the coming days thanking them. But I'd like to begin today with my family. I'd like to begin by thanking my family, Sophie, Xavier, Ella Grace, and Adrien. Thank you for allowing me to serve. Thank you, Sophie, for your strength, for your compassion, and for your generosity, your deep generosity. And to Xavier, Adrien, and Ella Grace, who are asleep now, but who will be with us tomorrow morning. My children, I have to say, we are embarking on a new adventure together. And I can tell you now that there will be difficult moments as children of a Prime Minister, but Dad will be there for you. I also want to thank all the people who have trusted me since 2008, the people of Papineau. Thank you once again for your support. Thank you for your confidence. I will be, first and foremost, very proud to represent you in the House of Commons. Dear fellow citizens, you talk to me about the issues that are important to you. I heard you, and that helped me to become a better member of Parliament, to be a better leader, and that will help me to be a better Prime Minister. Thank you.
I also want to specifically thank my good friends, Katie Telford and Gerald Butts. Katie and Jerry are two of the smartest, toughest, hardest working people you will find anywhere. They share with me the conviction that politics doesn't have to be negative and personal to be successful, that you can appeal to the better angels of our nature and you can win while doing it. Tonight, my very good friends, we proved that. I hope it is an inspiration to like-minded people to step up and pitch in, to get involved in the public life of this country, and to know that a positive, optimistic, hopeful vision of public life isn't a naive dream. It can be a powerful force for change. And I also want to thank the incredible volunteers that made tonight happen. Over 80,000 Canadians got involved in the core of this campaign. They knocked on their neighbors' doors. They made phone calls. They sent emails. Hundreds of thousands more supported us actively with their friends and online. They convinced their neighbors and their families. And all of these people have one thing in common. They care deeply about their families, their communities, and their country. They believe that better is possible and that active citizens can play a real part in making it happen. Now this movement we've built was fueled by these amazing volunteers. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Now, I want to take a moment to speak about my colleagues across the aisle. Tonight, I received phone calls from all of them, including from Mr. Harper. Stephen Harper has served this country for a decade, and as with anyone who has devoted their life to this country, we thank him for his service. Now, over the course of this campaign, I had the opportunity to have a couple of brief personal conversations with him about our families. It reminded me of the extraordinary and unique sacrifices that are made by anybody who serves this country at the highest levels. And I want to remind everyone, as I've said many times over the course of this campaign, conservatives are not our enemies, they're our neighbors. Leadership is about bringing people of all different perspectives together. Je veux aussi rendre hommage.
I also want to pay tribute to Thomas Mulcair, who ran a vigorous campaign. He fought right up until the end. And to the supporters of his party, I understand your disappointment tonight. Our party has had some difficult times not so long ago, so don't be discouraged. Our country needs engaged citizens like you. Our country will only be stronger as a result. Thank you.
Now, you're all going to hear a lot tonight and tomorrow about me and about our campaign. Lots of people are going to have lots of opinions about why we were successful. Well, for 3 years, we had a very old-fashioned strategy. We met with and talked with as many Canadians as we could. And we listened. We won this election because we listened. We did the hard work of slogging it across the country. We met with hundreds of people in the dead of winter in the Arctic, and with thousands of people in Brampton in the middle of this campaign. You built this platform. You built this movement. You told us what you need to be successful. You told us what kind of government you want, and we built the plan to make it happen. In coffee shops and in town halls, in church basements and in gurdwaras, you gathered. You spent time together with us. And you told us about the kind of country you want to build and leave to your children. Vous nous avez fait part de vos défis.
You told us
dans votre vie de
about
tous
the
les jours.
challenges in your everyday
Vous nous avez
lives.
dit que
You
ça
told
devient
us
de plus en plus
that it was
difficile
becoming
de
more and more
joindre
difficult
les
to make ends meet
deux.
and to pay your bills at the end of the
Vous
month.
nous avez dit
You told us that you were concerned
de votre retraite.
about your retirement.
Vous nous avez dit
You told
que
us
vos communautés
that your
avaient
communities
besoin d'investissement.
needed
Vous
investment.
nous avez dit
You
que
told
les
us
emplois
that good jobs were becoming more and more rare.
étaient
You are the inspiration behind our program. You are the reason why we worked so hard to reach this point, to reach the point where we are tonight.
Et vous serez
And you
toujours
will always be at the heart of the government that we will form.
Over the past 3 years, you told us what you're going through. You told us that it's getting harder and harder to make ends meet, let alone to get ahead. You told us you're worried about whether you'll be able to afford a dignified retirement. You told us that your communities need investment. You told us you need a fair shot at better jobs. You are the inspiration for our efforts. You are the reason why we work so hard to be here tonight, and you will be at the heart of this new government. So, my message to you tonight, my fellow citizens, is simple. Have faith in yourselves and in your country. Know that we can make anything happen if we set our minds to it and work harder. Ce n'est pas moi qui a fait l'histoire ce soir.
I am not the one who made history tonight. You are.
Ne laissez pas les gens vous dire le
Don't
contraire.
let anyone tell you anything different.
Que je suis ici ce soir
I know that I am on this stage tonight for one reason and one reason alone, because you put me here.
history tonight. You did. And don't let anyone tell you any differently. I know that I am on stage tonight for one reason and one reason only, because you put me here. And you gave me clear marching orders. You want a government that works as hard as you do, one that is focused every minute of every day on growing the economy, creating jobs, and strengthening the middle class. One that is devoted to helping less fortunate Canadian families work their way into the middle class. You want a Prime Minister who knows Canada is a country strong, not in spite of our differences, but because of them. A PM who never seeks to divide Canadians, but takes every single opportunity to bring us together. You want a Prime Minister who knows that if Canadians are to trust their government needs to trust Canadians. A PM who understands that openness and transparency means better, smarter decisions. You want a Prime Minister that knows that a renewed nation-to-nation relationship with Indigenous peoples that respects rights and honors treaties. Must be the basis for how we work to close the gap and walk forward together. Amis compatriotes québécois.
To my fellow Quebecers, tonight, together, we have chosen the path of engagement. We have chosen to re-engage in a more unified and positive form of politics. We have chosen to re-engage in leading a country that reflects in the last 3 years, I have spent a lot of time meeting with you and listening to what you had to say. You told me that you wanted a government that would be open and transparent, a government that trusts its citizens, a government that is there to serve all Canadians. Tonight, that is the commitment I am making to you. I will be the Prime Minister of all Canadians. We will form a government of integrity that respects institutions and which will make collaboration with the provinces the primary principle of all its actions. Dear fellow Quebecers, thank you. Tonight, Canada is becoming the country it was before. Tonight, Quebec is returning to the Government of Canada.
Canadians have spoken. You want a government with a vision and an agenda for this country that is positive and ambitious and hopeful. Well, my friends, I promise you tonight that I will lead that government. I will make that vision a reality. I will be that Prime Minister. In this election, 1,792 Canadians stepped up, put their names on ballots and on lawn signs, and ran for office. 338 of them were chosen by you to be their voices in Ottawa, and I pledge tonight that I will listen to all of them. There are 1,000 stories I could share with you about this remarkable campaign, but I want you to think about one in particular. Last week, I met a young mum in St. Catharines, Ontario. She practices